Hello!
Hi!
Welcome to Safe Space Live!
It's Wednesday!
Wednesday!
Again.
That's what we say at the start of every
That's
Safe
because
Space Live.
It's partly how we remember the days of the week.
Oh, that's
It's
true.
like, we know it's Wednesday because we get to come on here and be like, yay, it's Wednesday!
Yay, it's Wednesday!
Hi, Sam!
Hey, Sam on
How
Instagram.
are you? Let us know how things are going, how
We
your
are
week's
live
been.
on Instagram and YouTube.
We are.
How very, very exciting.
How very exciting.
How extremely
Unbelievably
exciting. Wow.
What else is exciting?
What else is exciting?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say it's particular. Well, I don't know. It depends how you look at it. But our darling housemate, Emily, you saw me in the park.
Was that when we were playing with our kids, our friends' kids the other day?
Wow.
We were children.
It's the only time we've been to
Yeah,
Esca
it's true.
Park recently.
That was really good fun.
There you go. Wow.
Was it when he was playing hide and seek? That was funny.
Oh, that was a bit weird.
Because it's kind of harder
playing...
for an adult to play hide and seek in a
Yeah.
park because you can't hide as well when
No.
you're not child-sized.
And you're not
So
really
that was
allowed
fun.
to go on the play equipment.
Yeah, that's true.
So you kind of resort to hiding behind
a
the tree,
tree.
which just looks really wrong
It's just
in a
a bit
kids' play
weird.
park. You know,
But,
people
you
get
know.
arrested for that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, you were
yeah.
going to say something that's
What was I gonna
kind of
say?
exciting. Oh, Emily.
Yeah, our darling housemate has moved out.
Yeah, which is exciting for her because she's getting married.
She is. Which
is really exciting because we really like her fiance. We are friends, so all as well.
Paul is a great guy.
Yeah, so now
Yeah.
we've been on our own in our house for about half an hour, maybe an hour.
Well, I went out to the office to print some things
Yeah.
with a printer that doesn't like me very much.
Oh.
No.
Oopsie.
It just kept
Yeah.
jamming.
So anyway,
Like,
now
not
we've
even
got
jamming in a good way.
a room. Now we've got a room in our house that is empty.
Yeah, it's weird.
So we're gonna make that into like a spare room for people to come and stay,
Yeah.
and that'll be quite nice.
That's not an offer, publicly.
No, it's an offer to my mother.
To the whole whole world.
And my nephews and nieces.
This is
Basically.
the internet, Hetty.
Yeah. Anyway, can I tell them about my exciting
Okay,
thing?
you tell them about
I was
your
in
exciting
school
thing.
again!
Wow.
Yay!
You realise our typical viewers.
I know you're in school
are
all the
young
time,
people.
right? And I get
And
that
they
for
don't-
you it's a bit like,
Ah.
yay. But for me, when I've been sat at home for like a year on a sofa on a laptop, me being in a real life school with real life people is so exciting. Like, I have
Wow.
loved it. I've absolutely loved it. It's been a lot of fun.
It was a primary school though, wasn't
It was primary school. And they're so cute because you walk through and they literally treat you like a celebrity. I was walking through while the little ones were eating their lunch and they were like, Hetty! Hi! Hi! And I'm like, oh,
They do that in
hi,
secondary school as
hi."
well, right?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's nice. But
It is.
yeah, kind of sad that it's not a secondary
Yeah,
school.
so I
for
know.
you guys.
That would be nice.
Hopefully that'll happen soon.
Yeah, hopefully soon.
But there we
Good.
go. Yeah. Well, Hetty,
What are we going to do?
what are we gonna do?
What are we going to do?
I've got an idea.
Hi, Tom.
On Instagram.
Hello.
I've got an idea.
What?
Let's have our host challenge.
Oh, that's loud. Woo! Hi, Jamie.
Host challenge time.
Nice to see you. Hi.
So for our host challenge
Yeah,
today, I thought we could do a drawing challenge.
Oh no.
Yeah?
yeah, but the thing is, who's doing the challenge? He is quite alright at drawing actually, and I am impressively bad.
So for our
Impressively
drawing
bad.
challenge,
Right?
you have to draw
Oh, no.
something,
Yeah.
but looking at
Oh,
the camera
no.
in order to help you draw it.
Okay.
And then the other person has to guess what it is.
Right, okay. Who's gonna draw?
Well, I'll give you a get out if
Right.
because you really don't like drawing.
It's not that I don't like it, I'm just really bad at it.
So
It'll just be really difficult.
we can have round one, which is me drawing. That
Okay.
might be easier.
Yep.
And then we'll have round two.
Okay, yeah, so you try
Yeah?
first.
Okay.
Okay, so do you have a thing that you're gonna draw? Are you gonna give me
yes,
a hint,
so
so
I'm-
just go for it?
It's a country.
Oh dear. Okay, help me out in the chat if you realise something. Help me out. Are you even touching the screen?
Yeah.
It's doing dotty things.
Oh, it's not on.
Press the right button, yeah.
How is it not on the pen?
Dearie me, can't even
Something
put a
went
pen on.
wrong
Come on. Right, let's have another try.
again.
It's a country that is a square. It's looking square-like. A square country, or is it a flag? There's the question. Okay.
This is really weird.
Is it a flag? Is it Scotland?
Yeah, it's
Yes!
Scotland!
Wow, that was
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't think you challenged yourself very much with that one, not gonna lie.
I picked something kind of easy. I'm trying to think of something, what could I do? Okay.
Okay. Okay. Could be an ear. Could be a face. I think it's going to be some sort of animal. It looks currently like a dog. Is it a dog?
No.
Okay. Put it in the chat if you've got any ideas. Is it a what is that? Is it a bear?
This is terrible.
It is terrible. You're quite correct.
It's because you having to draw like
Yeah.
backwards.
So it's not a dog and it's not a bear. Is it a pig?
No.
It's not a pig. Is it a lion? Or is it trying to be? Is it attempting to be a tiger?
No.
Or
You're on the right line.
it's a big cat of some sorts, maybe.
Why do you think it's a big cat?
Oh, it could be a little cat. Is it a cat?
It's just a cat. Yeah.
Look
at that
wow.
for a cat. Isn't that beautiful?
That is something. Okay, can I have a go?
Yeah.
I've got an idea. Okay, let's see if I can do any better. Hi, Hayley! Right, see if you can guess what I'm drawing. Let's wave at Hayley on Instagram. Okay, are you holding it or am I holding it? Okay. I've got little hands. I'll try and hold it.
I can hold it for you if you want.
Okay, are you ready? What is this? Oh, this is not going well already.
Is it an ice cream?
It's an ice cream! And there's a flake and some sauce. That looks delicious,
lovely.
doesn't it?
Wow.
I went for something simple because, I'm really bad at drawing.
I was feeling hungry before you drew
Oh,
that.
no. Sorry about that. Has anyone else had lots of ice cream lately? Because the weather's been good, I've been like, let's have ice cream. Or let's have an ice pop.
One?
I'm going to do another one. I haven't thought of something yet, though. What should I draw? What should I draw? What should I draw? Okay, I'm going to have to go like this. Oh, I'm doing it kind of weirdly backwards. Okay, what's this?
A pebble.
No. I've got my tongue out like I'm really concentrating. Oops, that wasn't supposed to happen.
I really don't know.
You don't know what it is? Does anyone else know what this is? Come on. I don't know what else I can do. Okay, if I do more, I might make it worse.
Oh, basketball.
Yes! It's basketball. Look, there's the net.
Yes.
That's good, isn't
that's
it?
The net.
Does that look like basketball? No.
Yeah,
No, it's
that's
not.
definitely basketball.
Not getting a
Well
good
done.
response here.
Wow.
So, who do you think is better? Haley guessed basketball!
Wow.
Yes! And I think she probably guessed it before you.
Okay. All right.
Brilliant. Hi! So, who's better? You or me at draw? Well, we know he's better at drawing, let's be honest.
I mean, it was quite difficult. My cat was pretty awful.
Your cat was pretty awful.
That cat did not look well.
No, it was definitely a cat in need of a vet.
Very poor cat.
Very poorly cat.
Very poorly cat.
Yeah.
Oh well, poor cat.
Anyway.
So, what have we got coming up next? It's a recommended highlight of the week.
Yes, it is.
Wow. So, our recommended highlight of the week this week, if you've checked out our Instagram in the last couple of days, you will probably have noticed, or if you've been on our YouTube channel and saw the highlights of the week playlist on there, you will know that our highlight of the week is a really, really cool video, I thought.
It is.
A really nice idea. The band Amongst Wolves, our friends who came to Southport last year, they have been doing this really cool project where they've got their followers on their socials to suggest messages of hope and encouragement for people on the verge of wanting to take their own lives, which is, big, deep things. Trigger warning, that's what we're kind of talking about here. But the thing they've done is they've put all those messages on bits of paper, laminated them, and tied them to like bridges and things. which is really cool. I really like it. Such a good idea. And it like they made their video and they talked about it, and then they were talking about like the things that bring them like hope and purpose in life, as well, and kind of helping people think around that sort of stuff. Really great video. Absolutely, definitely worth watching. And it got me thinking, Hetty.
It got me thinking as well.
It did got you thinking.
It did got me thinking.
It did got you thinking, innit? Yeah, it did got you thinking.
Carry on.
Well, I wondered, Hetty, what message would you write on one of those cards?
That is a good question.
What would be your message that you would put out to someone, really at a really difficult end?
I think I would want to tell them that they are not alone, that they are loved, and that they have a purpose for living. I think that's probably what I would say.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
Sometimes we talked a lot about loneliness last week.
We did.
I think it's important that people know that they're not alone.
Yeah.
That there are people there that love them, and as a Christian, obviously, I believe that God's there with them as well.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, that's what I would put.
Okay, so they give a little bit of a stat around the amount of suicides happening globally, and how often. And there's, I think it was 800. Was it 800,000? Something. Something like that. But I worked out that it's roughly 1.5 every minute.
Oof.
So like when we do our 1 minute waffle later, that's 1.5 people.
Wow.
And when we say like maybe if you were to boil a kettle, could take about 3 or 4 minutes. Well, no, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's about four people ish. Safe Space Live, whilst we're doing this, about 40 people. Or a lesson in school, about 90 people.
Wow.
In that time. And so it got me thinking, what could you do during those spaces of time to really contribute to giving people hope and purpose in life?
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, because obviously talking about this stuff is quite it's quite sensitive. It's quite difficult for a lot of people, and some people are struggling. And so it's really important that we recognise that we can help people.
Absolutely.
That we can actually do something to help people, and it doesn't even need to be these big, massive things. It can be little things that we can do to help people.
Like 1 minute waffle, the reason we do that is to bring a bit of fun and joy.
A bit of fun for a minute.
And actually, that having fun and joy in life is one of those things that prevents people getting to that stage, that point. So that's really important. Or maybe I don't know, if it was a lesson, if you think 90 people around the world in that time, what can I do in a lesson in school that commits to the cause of bringing hope to people? Maybe it's committing to yourself to be a good friend to whoever you sit next to, or to grow some sort of, I don't know, do something within that lesson that brings hope to them.
And thinking about the other people in school, because I was talking to some kids today, yesterday, about mental health and about how we look after ourselves and other people, and be sharing with them about how it's not just them and their peers, that actually adults feel that way as well. So people in our lives, whether it's teachers, whether it's family, whether whoever it is, it's all ages of people that struggle, and so it's really important that we are doing the best to be the best we can for the sake of our teachers as well. It's actually teaching not easy.
It's not.
So trying to do what we can in those lessons to bring hope and bring purpose to people is that's a really good
one of our friends is a head teacher, and he's retiring kind of retiring at the end of this year, and he rang me earlier and we were chatting about it, and it is so it's a hard job teaching.
It is. You'll appreciate them when you're older, if you don't now.
Absolutely. But the thing about talking about people being at that point where they want to pack everything in, it's not just about helping people when they're at that point, but it's helping each other to not get to that point.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And so the things that are like hashtag choose to live, which is what the video was all about, like we can do so much that is kind of preventative, and it stops people getting to that point, and it's just simple stuff that we all know how to do. Like you don't need to be a counsellor or whatever to stop your friends from feeling bad all the time.
Yeah,
like,
that's true. Absolutely true.
Just being a friend, being there for people. Like whilst the kettle's boiling, in those 2 minutes, you could just text a mate, and like you don't need to like come up with some profound life-saving message. It could just be, "Hi, how's it going?"
Yeah. And like actually asking people how they are, because the problem with British people is we're like, all right, how are you? And then we just wander off because we don't actually mean it.
No.
But actually, if we say to people, how are you? And we purposefully wait for a response, and if people are like, oh yeah, I'm fine, you're like, oh, how are you really? I think sometimes adding something onto it, how are you really? Sometimes people will then be more open to us and allow us to listen to what's going on in their lives. It's not all just about us giving advice, because we don't all have advice for people, but just listening to someone is a really important thing that we can do, isn't it?
And like finding purpose in life is what you want to be helping people do. And it's what we want to be doing for ourselves as well. And people find their purpose in so many different things, and people's purpose in life are different because we're all unique. Like for one person, their purpose in life might be to raise and look after their kids. Someone else might not have kids, but it might be that they feel their purpose is to really look after their siblings or the rest of their family, or it's who we have in our lives and how our purpose relates to that. Or it could be a career, something that you want to achieve in life, or maybe it's a hobby that you find energizes you, that you're just obsessed with this hobby, like I don't know, anime or whatever. Your purpose in life is anime. Or like for Dan in the video, he shares about his faith, and for us, I would say the ultimate kind of reason to choose to live for me would be very much along those lines. Like having faith in a God who exists within this world, but kind of knows that this world isn't perfect, and so there's a better world to come, and like a better life to come, and that's an eternal thing, and it's amazing. And that for me gives me purpose. And so people find their purpose in all sorts of different ways, but I think it's on all of us to be helping each other know that we have purpose and know that we have value.
Absolutely.
So do go and check out that video. It's a really, really cool idea, and I really like it. So, Hetty.
Yes. Is it time?
It's time.
Is it that time?
It is.
Wow.
Time for
1
minute waffle. Wow.
Okay, so the 1 minute waffle, Tabs is going to waffle for 1 minute about any topic.
I'm actually going to do it. Waffle.
So, you can comment if you want to. You can comment with a topic. But if people don't comment with topics, or if I've got one that I think will be really good, then I usually give him a topic. So you've got a moment just to put a topic in the chat if you want to. Previously, we've had many interesting topics.
We have.
They often come from us looking around and what we can see. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm going to give you a topic. Okay, your 1 minute waffle topic is rubbish bins. Off you go. 1 minute.
Okay, rubbish bins. Everyone loves a good rubbish bin. What would we do without a rubbish bin? Like people are like, oh, rubbish bins. Oh, they're dirty and disgusting. But actually, without rubbish bins, the world would be a mess. A total mess. It's already a bit messy. But without rubbish bins, things just wouldn't be the same. Like people would be so much more ill and sick, and everything would be horrible, and everything would be a mess. And so rubbish bins are great, and they come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. Like if you don't like someone else that one type of rubbish bin, why not try a different shape? Why not try a different colour? There's such a variety of rubbish bins. You get rubbish bins that you can have in your house. And you've got rubbish bins that you can have outside your house. Or if you live in a big building, sometimes they have huge rubbish bins, which actually, sometimes you might fall in one out of a window.
What?
There you go.
That was rubbish.
Thanks.
Did you get it?
Yeah, they get
it. Can I tell them a quick story, right?
Yeah.
So, the other week, we were hanging out with some of our friends, and they've got loads of kids. And so, it was really good fun, because the kids, we've got a big garden, they wanted to play hide and seek in the garden. And so, one of the kids was counting, and then I lay on its side the empty recycling bin, the big wheelie bin, and hid inside it. Oh. It was empty and it was relatively clean, hid inside it. No, it didn't. It did. Which was quite funny. But then the issue is you forget that kids copy you. So then all the kids wanted to hide in the recycling bin. So then I put one of the kids in the recycling bin so that they could hide in there.
You put a child in a bin.
Yeah, it's not as bad as it sounds.
That's pretty abusive.
That is not as bad as it sounds.
You've just admitted it to the internet.
No. The funny bit is that their stepdad then came down afterwards and was like, "What have you been doing?" And then I hid up a tree because we were playing hide and seek. But then I forgot the kids would climb up the tree as well. And
I had to rescue 3 children from trees,
and that was my fault.
Yeah, I felt like a fireman.
Yeah. So anyway, remember that kids copy what you do. Don't do things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
so.
Go. Well, there we go then. That's the end of Safe Space Live. Today we've had a fun time.
Yeah.
HIIIII has admitted that we have a spare room in our house.
Yeah.
Which for some reason she thinks is appropriate to tell you all. And she's told you about putting kids in bins.
You make everything sound worse.
But we've had a good conversation as well about other stuff. So we'll see you again.
That we will.
Next week.
Bye.
See you soon.